Hello everyone. This theater exercise is about pantomime. Pantomiming is when a performer conveys action, space, objects, feeling, or emotion through body and gesture without using any words or dialogue, and little to no props or set. In theater, performers might use pantomime while rehearsing and exploring a piece, or while performing with minimal staging. Pantomime can also be a style or technique that is applied to performances. Pantomime can help actors to work with imagined spaces and objects, helping them to create and visualize what is not physically there by moving and acting like it is. This is often done in exaggerated ways or with very precise movements to make the audience believe what they cannot see. You can use this theater exercise to practice the technique of pantomiming and exploring the ways you can use your body and gestures alone to tell a story. This exercise also works well with our Ode to an Object monologue project, which can be found in the links below. If possible, use a space where you can move around safely. Feel free to alter and adjust at any time to accommodate the space you are in. You can do the following theater exercises while sitting or standing. Begin in a neutral position. Close your eyes or take a soft focus and take a deep breath in and breathe out. For example, take a moment and think of a very specific object. This could be any object, an object you love, a useful everyday object, an object that has significant meaning or emotional connections for you. I'm imagining the first quarter that my grandfather ever gave me. Once you have an object in mind, imagine that it is in front of you. It could be on the floor, a table, or floating in front of you. Think of its details. What is your object made of? My grandfather's quarter is made of metal. What color is it? Well, the quarter is silver and grayish. What is your object's shape, size, smell, taste, or even weight? If your eyes are still closed, go ahead and open them now. Make eye contact with your object. Go to wherever you imagined you placed it and pick it up. I'm going to pick up the first quarter my grandfather ever gave me. Now, consider how you would hold your object in your hands. Can you use just your fingers? Do you need one hand or two? Your arms? Consider its weight and how that affects the way you hold your object. Take a moment to examine and explore your object in your hands. Go ahead and use it or play with it. Pick it up and flip it around in your hands. Smell it or taste it. Or not. Now wave your object in the air. Extend it out to the right. Extend it out to the left. Extend your object out in front of you. Now toss it in the air. How high can you toss your object? Is it too fragile or too heavy to toss? How does your object fall back towards you? Is it light enough to catch? How would you move and how would it feel to catch it? Toss it and catch your object again. Now I'm going to take my object and place it on a high shelf. You can use a shelf in your space or a pantomime shelf. Reach for it. Bring it down to a low shelf. Keep in mind how your object affects your movements as you shelf it. I'm now going to take my object and place it on a flat surface. I'm going to wrap my object like a present. Imagine all the wrapping materials and take the time to carefully wrap your object, keeping in mind the object's shape and the way it might interact with your wrapping materials. Once it has been wrapped, I'm going to take it in my hands and hold it as close to me as possible. Imagine who you might gift this object to and why. Consider the significance of the object you hold so dear and so close to you. I'm going to extend it out in front of me once more. Then on the count of 3, make it disappear with a snap, a kaboom, a shimmy, or however you imagine. All together now. 1, 2, 3. Poof! Reflection. How did it feel, both in your mind and body, to work with an object that was not physically in your hands? How might it have been easy or difficult for you to visualize your object? In what ways did this exercise make you see or notice anything new about your object? And in what ways did this exercise make you see or notice anything new about the way you can move and use your body and gestures? Thanks for participating. Click on another link for another helpful exercise.